Aristid von Würtzler. Aristid von Würtzler, born as Würtzler Arisztid, September 20, 1925. Biography. Aristid von Würtzler was born into a middle-class family. His father was a violinist, a music critic and composer, who had devoted much attention to his son's musical education. His older brother, Bill Würtzler, also became a musician. Aristid received his education at the Lutheran High School in Assad and at the Franz Liszt Academy of Music in Budapest. Initially, Aristid studied piano and cello, and then switched to harp at the age of 12-13 years. His first teacher was Henrik Roman. At the academy he studied harp with Miklos Rikai and composition with Zoltán Kodály. Würtzler was expelled from the academy once because he had not attended lectures on Marxism. But he was taken back by the intervention of director Ed Zathurecki. Of his teachers he remembered Zoltán Kodály with pleasure. He considered him his mentor and invited him later to the USA. Würtzler's last performance in Hungary took place on 22 November 1956 in the Opera House when he was substituting for the bedridden Rikai. When the revolution began, he left Hungary with Bill. Although he did not take part in the events of the Hungarian Revolution, nevertheless he was afraid of retribution. However, he believed that a harpist's career could reach its full potential only in a freer world. He went first to Vienna and then established his residence in the United States. Speaking no English, he took a number of odd jobs. He even collected waste-empty bottles. For a time he lived in a house occupied by prostitutes, who kindly loaned him the money to buy his first harp. In 1958, Würtzler began his new career as the first harpist of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra and then the New York Philharmonic. Leonard Bernstein, musical director, auditioned him. Aristid played, inter alia, Smetana's Vltava, Debussy's Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, and Bartók's Concerto for piano and orchestra. Bill remained in Detroit and only later joined the Boston Symphony Orchestra. The International Harp Contest, held in Israel, was the first harp competition in the world. It was launched in 1959 by A.Z. Props. 3 years later, in 1962, Pierre Jamet, the French virtuoso. These events inspired Würtzler to become an active member of the American harp community. From 1963, he served as a professor of harp at the University of Hartford, where he established annual harp master classes. He invited famous foreign musicians to join his master classes, e.g. the above-mentioned Pierre Jamet, Hans Joachim Zingel, the renowned expert of harp literature from Cologne, Belgian and Soviet harpists Myril Flower and Vera Dulova, and Khachaturian, the Armenian composer. In 1969, Würtzler organized the first international harp competition ever held in the United States. Thought his primacy is contested by some. During this time, he had had many confrontations with others, so, in 1970, he moved on. He served as a professor at New York University, Hofstra University, Queens College of the City University of New York, and Bridgeport University in Connecticut. Also in 1970, Würtzler formed his own band, a group of 4 harps internationally known as the New York Harp Ensemble (NY). As an established composer and arranger, he created for the group a repertoire of almost 200 pieces. There were 4 women in the group. His wife, the Polish-born Barbara Pieniuska, was also a founding member. With the ensemble and also as a soloist, Würtzler performed in over 60 countries, made numerous compact discs, and had several invitations to play at the White House during the Carter, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton administrations. He was also invited to perform for Pope John Paul Roman II at the Vatican in 1985. The NY hit their prime in the 1970s and 1980s. In his other pursuits, Würtzler served as a member of the jury at the harp contests in Israel, Switzerland, and Italy. He also presided at harp master classes in Germany. In spite of his international acclaim, in his heart Würtzler remained passionately devoted to his native Hungary, and he returned regularly from the mid-70s. Although he was embittered by the situation of music and especially harp education, he devoted his energies to the musical life of his country. He established annual harp master classes and gave several concerts in Budapest, in Szombathely, and in the Helican Castle in Keszthely. He performed with Eva Martin on several occasions, and some of his latest records were issued by Hungaroton. Besides his teaching, he also found time to add to and extend harp literature. He called upon famous composers e.g. Bernstein, Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, Georgi Ligeti, etc., to write pieces for harp, and he himself composed many original pieces, transcriptions, and adaptations. Würtzler died on November 30, 1997, of a heart attack while touring in Hungary, where he was appearing as a conductor. He was cremated and his ashes were returned to his native Budapest. Carl Swanson, harp maker, his former Hartford pupil, wrote an obituary for him. He noted in another of his writings that Würtzler's Bispigliando was magical, nobody else could do it better. Orchestras. Hungarian State Orchestra, Hungary, 1951–56. Detroit Symphony Orchestra, USA, 1957–58. New York Philharmonic, USA, 1958–61. Education. Hart College of Music, University of Hartford, USA, 1963–70. New York University, USA, 1970–87. Hofstra University, USA, 1970–72. University of Bridgeport, USA, 1974–78. Aaron Copland School of Music, Queens College, City University, USA, 1982–1997. Harp Competition and Master Courses. Hart College of Music, University of Hartford, USA, 1963–1970. U College, Sarasota, Florida Summer Festival, USA, 1970–1971. State University of New York, Planting Fields, USA, 1970. Sion, Switzerland, Heimbach, Germany, and Gitta de Castello, Italy, 1972–78. Shanghai, Beijing, China, 1982. Cairo Conservatoire, Egypt, 1985. France Liszt Academy of Music, Hungary, 1987. Szombathely, Hungary, 1988. Keszthely, Hungary, from 1990. Jury. International Harp Competition, Switzerland, 1964–1974. International Harp Competition, Israel, 1965, honorary member. International Harp Competition, USA, 1969. International Harp Competition, Italy, 1978–1980. Works, compositions. Commissioned pieces. Concert Improvisation, Hart College of Music, USA, 1969. Little Sweet Nimura Harp Ensemble, Japan, 1970. Modern Sketches, Rhine Chamber Orchestra, Germany, 1972. Harp Solos. Bartók, Bilaval. For Solo Harp Lyra Music, International Music Service. Brilliant Romantic Etude, General Music Publication. Capriccio for Solo Harp. Memory of Salcedo Lyra Music, International Music Service. Concert Improvisation Lyra Music, International Music Service. Dynasty Gaetano von Würtzler, Lucia di Lammermoori. Paraphrase, General Music Publication. Handel, George Friedrich von Würtzler, Concerto in F major with Cadenza by von Würtzler, General Music Publication. Lullaby Lyra Music, International Music Service. Menuet Lyra Music, International Music Service. Modern Sketches, Southern Music Publication. Old Dance Lyra Music, International Music Service. Puppet Dance Lyra Music, International Music Service. Variations on a Theme of Corelli General Music Publication. Vivaldi Antonio von Würtzler, Concerto in D Major General Music Publication. Original Works. Canto Amoroso F. C. Publishing Company. Caprice de Concert F. C. Publishing Company. Little Tale F. C. Publishing Company. Meditation Salvi International Corp. Paraphrase on a Theme from Rigolto F. C. Publishing Company. Tale for the Boys Salvi International Corp. 3 Miniatures for Violin and Harp Salvi International Corp. Vivaldi Antonio Concerto F. C. Publishing Company. Covers Transcripts. Bach, Christian, Concerto, God Save the King. Cadenza, von Würtzler Salvi International Corp. Bartok, Bila, Romanian Folk Dances for Solo Harp Salvi International Corp. Bartok, Bila, Vol. Roman II. For Solo Harp Salvi International Corp. Chinese Folk Song, Amid Flowers Beside the River Under the Spring Salvi International Corp. Frank, Cesar, Agnes Day for Solo Harp F. C. Publishing Company. Kodali, Zoltan, Gyrmekten Cox Salvi International Corp. Kodali, Zoltan, Intermezzo from Harry Janos Salvi International Corp. Kodali, Zoltan, Sikli Nota, Hungarian Songs 3 Magyar Parastelok. Landscape in Sunset. Original work from China, edited by von Würtzler. Salvi International Corp. Marcello Benedetto, Adagio for Solo Harp F. C. Publishing Company. Noon. Edited by von Würtzler Salvi International Corp. The Cherry Blossoms. Original work from China, edited by von Würtzler. Salvi International Corp. The Voice of Youth. Original work from China, edited by von Würtzler. Salvi International Corp. Vivaldi Antonio, D Major Concerto, PVW 209 with Cadenza F. C. Publishing Company. Vivaldi Antonio, Largo from Concerto, in D Major PVW 209 F. C. Publishing Company. Roman 18th Century Hungarian Dances Salvi International Corp. Invitations. Bernstein, Leonard USA Chorale and Meditation. Chiti, Gianapolo Italy, Breakers. Creston, Paul USA, Olympia Rhapsody for Harp. Demace, Jean Mitchell France Concertino. Dello Gioio, Norman USA Bagatella. Turco Zolt Hungary, Serenata per Quattro Arpas. Flagello, Nicholas USA, Arismo Roman II. For 4 harps, Island of Mysterious Bells. Hannes, Jan Czechoslovakia, Duziani e Toccata. Edas Frigis Hungary, Hungarian Melodies. Havhannes, Alari USA Stuart College, Spirituals in Sunshine and Shadow. Kasalag, Lucretia R. Philippines, Diversions Roman II for 4 harps. Ligeti Georgi Hungary/Germany Continuum. Mayani, Ami Israel Arabesque for 4 harps. Mikhailov, Mikhail Soviet Union, Song Procession for 4 harps and drum. Montori, Sergio Italy, Iron Garden. Saygun, Ahmed Adnan Turkey, 3 preludes for 4 harps, 3 melodies for 4 harps. Surly Tibur Hungary/USA, Canonic Prelude for 4 harps. Takemitsu, Horu Japan, Wavelength. Hua Lin China, Amid Flowers Beside the River. Will Komersky, Joseph Poland, Concerto for 4 harps. Records. Vivaldi Concerto with New York Philharmonic, Conductor, Leonard Bernstein, Columbia. New York Harps Ensemble/CRS 4130 Golden Crest Quadraphonic. New York Harp Ensemble / CRS 4121 Golden Crest Quadraphonic. 18th Century Concerti and Strings, Musical Heritage Society 3320. 18th Century Concerti Stereo Cassette MHC 5320. Roman 18th Century Music for Harp Ensemble MHS 3239. Roman 18th Century Stereo Cassette MHC 5239. Contemporary Music for Harp Ensemble MHS 1184. Contemporary Stereo Cassette MHC 2100. Contemporary Music for Harp and Strings MHS 3370 Solo von Würtzler. American Cavalcade MHS 3307. Romantic Music for Harp Ends and Solo Harp MHS 3611 Solo von Würtzler. Romantic Music Stereo Cassette MHC 5611. Musical Memories Vol. I, MHS 3670. Musical Memories Vol. I, Stereo Cassette MHC 5670. Christmas with New York Harp Ensemble MHS 3483 Solo von Würtzler. Christmas with New York Harp Ensemble Stereo Cassette MHC 5483. An Evening with the New York Harp Ensemble MHS 3890 Solo von Würtzler. Musical Memories Vol. Roman II. MHS 4259 Solo von Würtzler. Musical Memories Vol. Roman II. Stereo Cassette MHC 6259 Solo von Würtzler. Rhapsody for Harp and Orchestra MHS 4387 Solo von Würtzler. Mostly Concertos MHS 4260 Solo von Würtzler. The New York Harp Ensemble, Hungaroton SLPX 12726. The New York Harp Ensemble, Hungaroton MK 12726. The New York Harp Ensemble, Hungaroton Stereo HCD 12726. A Pastoral Christmas Music Masters, MMD 20098A. A Pastoral Christmas Music Masters Stereo Cassette, MMC 40098C. A Pastoral Christmas Music Masters Compact Disc, CD MMD 60098Y. A Pastoral Christmas with NYH Ensemble MHS 4610 Digital Stereo. A Pastoral Christmas with NYH Ensemble Digital Stereo Cassette 6611. Weihnachtsliche Harfenmusik neu and Pro Art Chamber Orchestra Conductor. Aristid von Würtzler Orphy. Stereo Digital S122 841B. Eva Martin with the New York Ensemble. Hungaroton SLPD 12939. Eva Martin with the New York Harp Ensemble, Hungaroton MK 12939. Eva Martin with the New York Harp Ensemble, Hungaroton HDC 12939. Hungaroton Highlights 1987-88, Hungaroton HCD 1661. Awards. London College of Applied Science USA Honorary Doctorate 1968. Order of Merit of the Republic of Hungary.